Art of Transition podcast with Dr. Arylle Jones, MD.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Arylle Jones. We're here recording the Art of Transition podcast. As you know, our guests are transitioning in some form or fashion. So right now I have a phenomenal woman who's actually helping people as they transition into different careers and just different ventures. So a part of what the podcast is about is highlighting other people and what they're doing. So I've never had a coach on the show before. So just tell the people who you are and what you do.
Wonderful. Hey y'all, I'm Arylle Young, career transformation coach. And the way that I describe it is a non-traditional career coach. Because I can do the things, we can do the resumes, we can do the networking, we can do the interview skills. However, your goal is to transition from corporate into entrepreneurship. And there's a way to go about that that's more intentional than simply leaving a job because you're fed up or because you're stressed out. We can plan it out. That way your income matches or exceeds your salary in corporate America. That way you can go out a little bit more strategically than, if you were not to be intentional about it.
Yeah. So tell the people what benefits they're going to get from hiring a career coach and when they should start to think about talking to somebody like you.
So here's the thing. One thing that we talked about is in my own personal journey, I've struggled with asking for help. And so I went through the journey of becoming an entrepreneur on my own, meaning I created a website. Nobody was going to it. I was spending countless nights creating a service that nobody bought. I was doing a heck of research and trying to figure out how I was going to leave. YouTubing all night, how to create a system. How do I build this? How do I do that? All of this stuff on my own, right? So I wasn't asking for help.
Okay.
I was also isolating myself. So everyone in my life...
That's a no-no.
It was a no-no. Everyone in my life was a 9-to-5er. So no one understood that the journey that I want to go on is actually to leave this job. Not to, throw my life away, which a lot of 9-to-5ers say, oh, you want to throw your life away? I need someone who understands that I want to be strategic about my life. I still want to be intentional with my life. I just don't want to be here.
Right.
So asking for help, identifying with someone or someone who identifies with your journey so that you're smart. I was smart enough to figure out what I needed to figure out. I just needed somebody to ask me the questions to say what do you want to do when you quit? How are you going to build that? Okay. What would you do for free? But how are you going to make money to do it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because as it relates to my journey, I floundered and I figured it all out. I spent a lot longer doing things than I should have because I had to see that the fire was hot before I got out of the fire. You know what I mean? Having a career coach is essentially tying yourself to someone who has already done it.
Okay.
They know what the roadblocks are. Okay. They know what the U-turns are. They know what the dead ends are.
Yeah.
And they're telling you that to inform you. Now, you can still make your decisions, and I'm here to support you in that. But it's all about having a partner there to support you on your career goals. Not in the traditional sense that you would actually tie yourself to someone who's going to help you get a promotion or help you get another job somewhere, unless that is a part of your exit strategy. But it's about having someone help you think through your own process because we can do it. Sometimes we just need to be asked the right questions.
True. Who do you envision yourself working with? Who's your perfect client?
That's a great question.
That type of stuff?
Yes, exactly. Who do you see yourself working with? What problem do you solve? Because when you're still in your 9-to-5, you see yourself as a cog in the wheel.
Right.
And chances are you might not realize the value that you're bringing to this organization. The easiest way to transition from your 9-to-5 into entrepreneurship is to leverage the high value skill set that you already get paid for.
Ooh.
And so if you're thinking about, okay, so how do I do that? Then you're not going to go to a traditional career coach for that conversation.
Okay.
You can't go to your manager for that conversation. Hey, we just led this meeting with, Procter & Gamble, and I kind of want to do the same thing for other organizations.
Right.
Your boss is not going to help you get another client.
HR not going to help you with that.
No. And so how do you actually be strategic about using the skill sets that you have already to transition out?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So for people who want to find out more about you, what services you offer and the different packages that may be available, how do they do that?
So I would say this: the main point that you can find me on any platform would be Instagram, and it's intentional that I'm on Instagram because I'm not here to be stuffy on LinkedIn because they say that's where professionals are. The professionals that I want to work with, they look spiffy, but they got a lot of fun going on in the back end, and they want to know how do they make this transition out. We're not navigating up the corporate ladder or through corporate. We're working on how do we get out. And so Instagram would be the first point that you can actually get anything. The link in my bio will give you access to my podcast. It's called the Work and Play Podcast. You can get to know me a little bit.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
And I'm featured as a guest on her podcast.
She is in her transition, which y'all know you already know is amazing. And so the podcast, if you want to work with me one-on-one or in a group setting, there's also a link for us to work together so we can see if we're a good fit. And you can just consume as much, free content until you actually know that you're ready to make your transition and you want to be intentional about it.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you for your time. I know the interview has been brief, but I just wanted to have my viewers, have my listeners meet you.
I'm glad I got to.
So that they know, like, this is what's going on. There's so much that you have to offer. So We'll get up later. We'll definitely get up later.
Listen, I'm so excited to talk with your fearless leader because at the end of the day, like, I think that there's a lot of synergy, right? As a non-traditional career coach, sometimes I can still be very structured, still traditional, right? Yeah. And you got the vibes, like the conversation would just be amazing, right? Wouldn't y'all want to see something like that? Wouldn't you? I think y'all would. So I'll be down.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, how long you think the next interview should be. Let us know how long you typically spend, watching podcasts and things of that nature. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching the Art of Transition podcast. Thank you, Arylle.
Thank you for having me.
It's been a pleasure.